And a Happy New Year to each of you as we welcome you inside the Moore Fitness Center for AAC Women's Basketball on the CIU Sports Network. Kate Crenshaw here with you on this Saturday afternoon for the first ever meeting between Columbia International and the Pikeville University Bears, the newest member to the Appalachian Athletic Conference. Pikeville coming in 11-4 on the season and a 9-2 start in their first year in league play. Meanwhile, CIU finished up the fall semester with a 3-8 record and 2-7 in the conference. Opening three-point shot off the mark from India Blythe, but second chance offerings for Pikeville. And as U-Pike resets it back over the top of the key, and Blythe, left elbow, cross-court pass into the corner. Three ball from Allie Stone, and she sinks it. The first ever meeting between these two teams also features two of the top scorers in the AAC. Allie Stone at 19.6 points per game. That's tied for first in the league, along with Columbia International's Mariah Leimbach. Two contenders for Player of the Year meeting on the floor today. CIU from the logo, it's Leimbach. Kicks left wing, finds Deja Taylor. Leimbach and Taylor joining the floor by Kanaya Watkins, Hatcher and Slaughter with two to shoot. Leimbach hoists a jump shot up and it falls. 3-2 Pikeville early on, a minute gone by. Pikeville coming off of a 29-point victory over Bryan 2 days ago. Now to the top of the key, now left wing. Pump fake, move it around the arc. Back up to the straightaway, into the paint, pass tipped away and stolen by Watkins. Off to the races, Watkins layup, blocked back out of bounds by Julia Parker. Pikeville, their first turnover of the afternoon, came in the second fewest in conference play this season. Watkins inbounding on the baseline to Hatcher out of the corner. Those bright pink shoes to Leimbach at the left elbow, stripped and stolen away by Bailey Frazier. Though she draws a double team in the backcourt and gives it away nearly. Knocked out of bounds by Kanaya Watkins, who was in search of her second steal of the ball game. 2 minutes in, it is a 3-2 affair. Pikeville in front of Columbia International early on. Allie Stone, three-point shooter back moments ago, kicks left wing for another three-point shooter, and Julia Parker, her 15th made trifecta of the season for the Ashland, Kentucky native. 6-2 Pikeville. 7:40 to play in the first. Ahead for Leimbach. Baseline J left short. Frazier controls the board. Stone weaving through traffic. Pass right back to her. Stone into the corner for Blythe. Around the arc. Parker to Blythe with 15 to shoot. Outside, Stone, same spot, same result as earlier on. A pair of three-pointers for Allie Stone. It is a 9-2 Pikeville advantage. 7:13 to play in the first quarter. Timeout, Columbia International. 3 made trays from the Bears in their first ever trip to the Moore Fitness Center. We'll be back in moments on the CIU Sports Network. Back here in Columbia, 7:13 to play in the first quarter. Pikeville in front of Columbia International in women's basketball action, 9-2 on this Saturday afternoon for Pikeville. Allie Stone, a pair of made threes. Julia Parker added in a third on what has been a 6-0 run for the Pikeville Bears. Columbia International, bucket coming back on their first possession from Mariah Leimbach, but a giveaway there. The pass from Watkins too far in front of the trailing Hatcher. CIU, their first home matchup of the spring semester and new year. Took a trip on the road down to Georgia on Tuesday at Truett-McConnell. Didn't come away with the result they were looking for. 3-ball too strong, but an offensive glass rebound grab. Dish back over to Frazier, whose layup rolls off. Columbia International falling at Truett 75-54 on Tuesday night. CIU looking to end a scoring drought of over 2 minutes. Hatcher, top of the key. 10 to shoot for CIU in the hands of Leinbach. Handoff pass Watkins through a Slaughter screen. To the paint, floater lifted up, but not enough under it. Pikeville the other way. Frazier, cross-court pass for Blythe. Now Parker, they see Stone just outside the painted area, and she sinks the jumper. Allie Stone out of Oliveville, Kentucky, averaging close to 20 points per game coming into this one. Already has 8 in the opening quarter. Slaughter looks at the mid-range. Too much. But Leinbach battles her way for second chance points. Hatcher looked at the three. Finds Leinbach cutting into the lane. Layup deflected away by Stamper. Blythe takes a look from downtown, and she connects. 14-2. Pikeville in front and make it 4. Made 3-pointers here in the first quarter from the Bears. First foul in the books. It'll be on Blythe, a sophomore out of Melbourne, Australia. Rams making a change as Deja Taylor steps in for CIU. A sophomore growing up less than 45 minutes away from campus up in Newberry, South Carolina. Averaging close to 12 points a game this season. Leinbach, not enough. Rebound controlled by Pikeville, and Bailey Frazier, the senior forward, paces the floor into the hands of Parker, left wing. Cross-court pass out for Blythe, right back where it started. Frazier in the corner, skips off. Glass pulled down by Parker. Stamper. Back up top, here's Blythe for 3. Pinball's out. Rebound Reimer. Leinbach looks at the jumper and sinks it. Mariah Leinbach with her second bucket, as is CIU's first points in nearly 4 minutes. As the clock comes up on just 4 minutes and change left here in the first quarter, it's a 14-4 Pikeville lead. Stone working against this 2-3 zone. Into the corner for Stamper, averaging 10 and 12 coming in. Back for Stone, middle of the paint. Floater falls for Allie Stone, and she's into double figures with 10. 4 for 4 from the floor is Allie Stone here in the first. 16-4, Pikeville leading. Columbia International trying to snap into an offensive rhythm. They've made just 1 of their last 7 shots from the floor. Taylor from downtown, too much. Loose rebound, controlled by Stamper. And a foul whistle in the backcourt as Leinbach trying to poke it away. The Bears bring out Blythe and Parker as they welcome in Bailey Birchfield to the contest, the senior out of Pikeville, hometown kid averaging 6 points a game. They also bring in Rachel Bush, who's averaging close to 11 off the bench this season. She's been in double figures in 8 of their 16 games. Stone once again, her first miss of the day. 3:38 left, up the floor in the first quarter for Reimer. Shot was up, she was able to pull it back down, but the front toe of those black Nikes touched the baseline. 16-4, Pikeville leading, 3:33 left here in the first. Frazier, left side, 15 to shoot for Pikeville. Stamper, bounce pass into the lane for Rachel Bush, who lays it in from the left side. A 14-point lead for Pikeville. Underneath, Taylor found Hatcher. The layup deflected away. Second block here in the first quarter from Pikeville. Nia Watkins back into the ball game for Madison Hatcher. 3 minutes to play here in the first. CIU trailing 18-4. Reimer, left baseline, skips off the backside. Birchfield up the floor. Bush just inside the corner. Rebound pulled down. Second chance points here for Stamper. Before she can find an outlet pass, whistled for a 3-second violation. 2:40 left here in the first. 18-4. Pikeville leading. Mariah Leinbach with both buckets here in the first quarter for CIU. That one won't go, as Stamper pulls in her third rebound of the day, averaging close to 12 a contest. Coming in, that's the most in the AAC. Stone to Birchfield. Here's Stamper just outside the key. Lots of motion in this Pikeville offense and some string music from Allie Stone. 13 points, a game high for Stone, as she takes Pikeville in front 21-4. 2 minutes to play here in the first. Watkins goes to Reimer around a screen. Reimer shot left short. Rebound saved out of bounds by Frazier, and Stone paces up the floor. First Stamper fouled. She'll get two at the line. Foul will go against Jessica North. That's her first, team second. Hatcher back into the contest for CIU and Mariah Leinbach. Meanwhile, Pikeville will send Stone and Frazier to the sidelines. Frazier no points in 8 minutes, but 3 rebounds. As we told you, Allie Stone, 5 of 6 from the floor, 13 points. Morgan Stamper at the free throw line. First one up and no good. Entered today shooting 71% from the stripe this season. The second too strong, and a jump ball whistle on the rebound. Possession arrow goes to CIU. Slaughter back into the ball game for Jessica North, who just picked up the foul. Meanwhile, Stamper will exit for Pikeville, and Jaidi Mejia Andrade onto the floor for the first time, sophomore from Columbia. 90 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Pikeville in front 21-4. Columbia International shooting struggles to start this first quarter. 2 of 14 from the floor. Taylor picks up her dribble, looks around. Now to Watkins. 3 ball from the top of the key, buried by Kanaya Watkins. Her first points, and she's now 23 away from 1,000 in her career. 1 minute left in the first. Pikeville in front by 14. India Blythe at the straightaway. To Colopy, now in the middle for Mejia Andrade. Initial shot won't go. Follow up by Bush is knocked out of bounds by CIU. 46 7/10 left here in the first. Quick inbounds for Birchfield. Right corner 3 ball. You betcha. 24-7 Pikeville. The Bears now 6 made threes here in the first. Another turnover from the Rams. Lob pass knocked away by Watkins. Shot clock will turn off with 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. 24-7, Pikeville in front. Blythe on the baseline. Back for her in the corner. Pinball's out. A battle for the rebound. Possession arrow this time stays with UPike. 17.9 on the clock. Birchfield doesn't care. She'll lift a shot up and make her second three-ball of the quarter. A 20-point advantage for Pikeville for the final 10 seconds of the first. Taylor double team in the midcourt and a whistle. It goes against Birchfield, her first on a reach. Second team foul. 5.9 on the game clock. A 27-7 lead for Pikeville. Watkins looks to take the last shot. Right side three ball, sees a deflection in midair. After one, Pikeville thanks in part to a strong shooting start, 10 of 20 from the floor, including 7 of 13 from beyond the arc. They lead it 27-7 over CIU as the Rams look to snap their offense into a rhythm. When we come back on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center, it is AAC Women's Basketball on the CIU Sports Network. Kay Crenshaw here with you, where after one, Pikeville leads Columbia International 27-7 here on this Saturday afternoon for Pikeville. The Bears looking for their 12th win of the season. Started out on the right foot, shot 50% from the floor overall, 10 of 20, including 7 made threes in the first quarter. Meanwhile, Columbia International, their offense will look to snap into a rhythm as the Rams started 3 of 16 from the floor. Mariah Leinbach with 4 points, Kanaya Watkins with 3. Hatcher takes a shot. You betcha. Three ball up and in for Madison Hatcher. And an early injury substitution here for Pikeville, and it's their leading scorer in Allie Stone, who will hobble over to the sideline. She's got a game-high 13 points so far here in the first half, an injury to keep an eye on. Blythe at the top of the key. To the elbow for Stamper. Lots of passes and lots of motion in this Bears offense. 9 to shoot. Mia Andrade, right side lay-in, rolls off, but she grabs her own rebound. Taylor gets in for a jump ball whistle. Possession stays with Pikeville. We talk about lots of motion, lots of offense. 27 points and 10 assists so far for Pikeville. Mejia Andrade looks around, goes to Stamper with 8 to shoot. Top of the key, Parker, pump fake, kick out. Blythe from downtown. You betcha. India Blythe with her second made three ball of the afternoon. She's got 6, and Pikeville has 30. They lead it 30-10 over CIU. 8:48 to play here in the first half. Watkins, Slaughter, Taylor, Hatcher, Leinbach. The 5 Rams on the floor for Corey Yemen's squad. International slowing down the game here as Watkins lifts a jumper up with 5 to shoot. One hop, a second before it bounced off and was knocked out of bounds by CIU. Alicia Slaughter, the last to touch it. It's now back-to-back possessions here to start the quarter that Columbia International's brought the ball up and really kept in the front court to about 15 on the shot clock. Mejia Andrade just outside the paint. Cross-court pass, 3-ball up and buried from Katie Colopy. Just her second made three of the season. She had came into this one 1 of 16 on the season beyond the arc. The sophomore out of Cincinnati. 33-10. Pikeville leading. Under 8 to play in the first half. Once again, here's the strategy. Working down the shot clock here to try and slow the game down. 10 to shoot. Watkins makes her move. Dribbles into the paint. Falls. Looks around. Skips it out for Hatcher for 3 with 3 to shoot. She gets 3 points. Madison Hatcher, her second made tray of the afternoon. 33-13, Pikeville. Blythe over for Parker, back for Blythe. In the hands of Colopy. Once again, 3-ball this time left short. Couldn't go back to back. 7 minutes to play in the first half. And Columbia International trailing by 20. $15 to shoot for CIU. Guards rotating around the top. Watkins 5 to shoot. Floater too strong. She was looking for contact. She doesn't get a whistle. Blythe looked at the 3. Instead, it'll be Parker who takes it with a swish. 36-13 Pikeville. Julia Parker here in the first half. Now 6 points for her, a pair of shots made beyond the arc. Pikeville shooting a whopping 52% here in the first half, including 10 made 3 balls. Hatcher at the top of the key, handoff Taylor. Working around screens, here's Watkins. Left side underneath, Linebach. Spin move Jay. Left short, Stamper the rebound. Give her 6 here in the first half. Averages 12 a contest. A foul in the transition. It'll go against Kanaya Watkins. That's her first. Team's first as well. Slaughter and Taylor head to the sidelines for CIU as Bethany Reimer and Jessica North return. Meanwhile, Parker and Miha Dronde head to the sidelines for Pikeville as we see a pair of starters back in. And underneath, an N1 opportunity for Morgan Stamper. Whistle goes against Madison Hatcher. 5:45 to play here in the first half. That's Hatcher's first. Team second, 38-13. Pikeville leading. Stamper's one and only free throw. She shoots it with one hand, but it rolls out. 5.5 to play in the first half. CIU trailing by 25. Kanaya Watkins loses her dribble and is whistled for a travel. She tried to recollect it. Allie Stone back into this one, who exited with injury earlier. Underneath, Stamper. Fouled again on a shot by Hatcher. This time it doesn't fall. Be Hatcher's second, team's third. Morgan Stamper back to the free throw line. 0 for 3 here today. And she sinks the first on this trip. The Independence Kentucky senior. 7 double-doubles this season. We told you she averages almost 13 rebounds a game, 12.9 on the season. That's 4 more than her closest competition in the AAC standings. 2 for 2 on that trip. It's 40-13 Pikeville. Hatcher, a long lob for Linebach. Knocked away. Rachel Bush back into the ball game for Pikeville as Katie Colopy will head to the sidelines. And a timeout taken by CIU. 5:17 to play here in the first half. It's 40-13 Pikeville. We'll be back after this on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center. 5:17 to play here in the first half. It's 40-13. Pikeville in front of CIU. Rams basketball out of their own timeout. Home International shooting 24% from the floor here in the first half. Dish underneath for Jessica North, who lays it up and in. North's first points today for the Murrells Inlet, South Carolina native. Clock rolling under 5 minutes before half. Bush on the baseline. Short range jumper, not enough. North there to snag it down. Hatcher ahead for North. Tipped away by Stamper. Hatcher on the baseline. Floater skips off. Rebound, Stamper. Her 7th of the afternoon. Stone waving through traffic. Goes underneath for Bush. Contested layup won't fall. Rebound poke back out to Hatcher. 4 minutes left here in the first. 40-15 Pikeville. Hatcher shakes her defender. Lifts a 3-ball up. Not on target. An illegal screen whistled up at the top of the key. It's going to go against Stamper. That's her first. Team's first foul as well for Pikeville. Watkins and North to the sidelines for CIU as Deja Taylor returns, and Virginia Shorts gets her first game action on the day. Reimer and Taylor exchange passes. It's Taylor to take a three. Skips out. Rebound, Pikeville. 3:15 to play in the first half. Bush to the top of the key. Bailey Frazier connects. Bailey Frazier's first points today averages close to 12 on the season. Taylor splits two defenders. Shorts hands it right back to her. Under 3 to play here in the first half. 43-15 Pikeville. Linebach picks up her dribble, 3 to shoot. Reimer has a pass deflected. CIU won't get a shot off. And a turnover from the Rams. Their 5th of the ball game. Pikeville brings Julia Parker back into the mix. Bailey Birchfield headed over to the sidelines. 2:29 to play here in the first half. 43-15. Pikeville in front. Underneath, Bush, the right side lay in. Rachel Bush with her second bucket on the day. Just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half. 45-15 Pikeville. The Bears on a 12-2 run the last 4 minutes. CIU with 10 to shoot. Gets a pair of screens. Taylor, step back 3, too much. Frazier the board. Stone with 1:40 to play. Bush, baseline J, she connects. Rachel Bush out of Greenup, Kentucky. Was held scoreless on Tuesday against Bryan. Here today, she's got 6. Frazier, jump stop, back out for Stone for three. Too much. Leinbach grabs it down. 60 seconds to play here in the first half. 47-15. U-Pike in front of CIU. Ten seconds to shoot for Leinbach at the top of the key. Drives in, layup won't fall. Rebound, Frazier. She's got 6 rebounds, going with 3 points. 35 seconds left in the first half. Frazier, right arc, looks around, goes back to Stone. From downtown once again, Allie Stone put 16 points for her in the book for the first half. 50-15 Pikeville, 20 seconds to play in the first half. Ten seconds to play before the buzzer. Shot clock turned off, 7, now 6. Taylor drives and draws contact. We'll get to it, the stripe. Foul goes against Allie Stone. That's her first. Pikeville's second team foul. Taylor at the stripe. First time today, 85% on the season. First one up and in. Second pinball's out. 50-15. Stone, three-quarter court shot won't go, and that will end the first half. These two teams head to the locker rooms with Pikeville in front of CIU, 50-15. Pikeville closing out the half on a 17-2 run over the final 6.5 minutes. In the first half, CIU was held scoreless for the final 5 minutes of action. We go to halftime. Pikeville in front of Columbia International, 50-15. We'll be back for the second half in the third quarter on the CIU Sports Network. Back with you for third quarter action inside the Moore Fitness Center. It is AAC women's basketball here on the CIU Sports Network. Coming out of halftime, U-Pike out of Pikeville, Kentucky, the newest member to the AAC, leads Columbia International 50-15 in a first half that saw Pikeville shoot 53% from the floor, including 12 made three-point shots and 21 attempts overall. Meanwhile, Columbia International going to try and slow things down offensively here in the second half after some shooting struggles through the first 20 minutes. Linebach layup won't go. The Rams shooting 22% here in this one. Stamper bounce pass back outside. Allie Stone works it around the perimeter. The 5 starters for U-Pike. Checking in here in the third quarter. Stamper spin move from the left side off the mark. Second chance follow-up rolls its way through for Morgan Stamper. 6 points now for the Independence Kentucky native. Columbia International in the first half. Madison Hatcher a team high 6 points. Linebach added 4. Now Watkins with a made three-point shot, and Jessica North sank her only shot attempt as well. Added in 3 rebounds to her 2 points. 10 to shoot for CIU. Hatcher spins, falls, and a turnover. Hatcher slow to her feet. Allie Stone, meanwhile, connects on the free throw. An injury timeout here for Hatcher with 8:33 to play in the third quarter. And Hatcher will stay in this ball game, with Columbia International trailing 54-15. And now it will be Hatcher who walks off.
Checking in for CIU, number 12, Bethany Reimer.
Reimer will check in. And it appears there may have been some bleeding on the floor. They'll get those areas cleaned up. 8:18 to play here in the third quarter. 54-15, U-Pike in front. We'll be back after this. Well, call it a CSI cleanup commercial. 54-15 U-Pike in front after there was some blood droplets, if you will, on the floor that they had to clean up in the break. But we're back to the action with Blythe not able to connect on a layup attempt. U-Pike in front 54-15. 2 minutes gone by here in the second half. Taylor's pass off the fingertips of Leinbach, back out of bounds. U-Pike with their 5 starters in this ball game on the floor. Frazier outside for Blythe. Pump fake over for Stone. They swing it around the hands of Parker. Now Stamper pops out from the post. Sees a lane, tries to take it, runs into traffic. Now 10 to shoot. It's back on the outside. Blythe cross-court pass for Parker. Blythe 4 to shoot in the corner. Frazier to beat the clock with a switch. Bailey Frazier with a pair of buckets beyond the arc. She's got 6 points and 6 rebounds in 16 minutes here tonight. Clock approaching 7 minutes left here in the third. 57-15. Pikeville, the Bears out of Kentucky, leading CIU. 7 to shoot. Watkins' jumper won't fall. Follow up from Leinbach. Draws contact and she'll head to the strike. Foul will go against Morgan Stamper. That's her second. Team's first. 6:51 to play in the third quarter. Hatcher back into the game for Taylor. Good to see there. Hatcher was the one who had to exit to the athletic training staff table after her right knee started bleeding, but she has a wrap around it now and appears to be good to go. Leinbach's first free throw up and in. Give her 5 points here this afternoon. Leinbach double figures in every game thus far. She's got 7 points, make that 6, here today. CIU in a 2-3 zone. Three ball from Stone. No good. Offensive rebound snagged by Stamper. Blythe along 2, one hopping off. And a foul whistled on the rebound. And we'll go against Stamper. That's her third.
Foul on Michael, number 22. For CIU, number 13, Jessica North.
6:16 to play in the third quarter. Jessica North back into the ball game, and she'll take the place of Slaughter for CIU. A 57-17 lead for Pikeville. Watkins, 12 to shoot. Whistle up at the top of the key, no 3-second. Instead of moving screen, third time's the charm even for me. It goes against Jessica North. That's her second. Team's first. Clock rolling under 6 minutes left here in the third quarter. A 40-point lead for the Bears. Stampers gives it away. North there to take it away, and she'll bounce it off of Stamper's foot back out of bounds. Leinbach drives with 9 to shoot. Layup won't go. The follow-up from North bounces off. Stone on the other end. Bounce underneath. Stampers. Weaves through traffic and lays it in. Morgan Stamper now with 8 points and 12 rebounds. Now a bucket shy of her 8th double-double this season. Hatcher from downtown, not enough. Rebound Stampers give her 13. Up the floor. Left side three ball from Parker. You betcha. Julia Parker sinks the three ball. She's got 9 points. And Pikeville leads it 62-17. Watkins slowing down the game here in the front court. 10 to shoot. She makes her move. Now 7. 5. Watkins, turnaround shot too strong. Stone the board. Lob pass ahead for Parker. Keeps it inbounds for Blythe, who finishes from the left side. Timeout, U-Pike. 3:49 to play here in the third quarter. 64-17 our score, but we'll keep it here. It was just a substitution timeout taken by head coach Clifton Williams. His 8th season leading Pikeville, has won over 130 games in his time with the Bears, and Pikeville coming off their best season in his tenure, went 21-9 last year and took a spot in the NAIA National Tournament. Hatcher up for Taylor with 10 to shoot for CIU. Taylor three ball blocked by Frazier. She and Blythe up the floor. It's Frazier with a pump fake. Layup won't go, but she grabs her own rebound. Right hand layup off the front iron. 3:09 to play here in the third. Reimer from the outside. You betcha. Bethany Reimer with her first points, and CIU trails 64-20, under 3 to play here in the third. That ends a 3.5-minute scoring drought for the Rams. Frazier, left elbow bucket. Underneath North. Right hand too much. 2.5 to play in the third quarter. 66-20. Birchfield a long 2. Referees just making sure the score table had that as a 2. From International brings Hatcher and North to the sidelines as Linebot returns, and Brooke Monfils checks into the ball game. Monfils, a true freshman out of Elgin, South Carolina. Added to the women's basketball roster after she wrapped up her soccer season. Taylor, left side three ball. Mia Andrade, the rebound. Jumper from Brooklyn Frazier. The pair of Frazier sisters, Bailey the older, Brooklyn the younger, a senior and a redshirt freshman. Timeout CIU, 1:55 to play here in the third quarter. It's 70-20 Pikeville. We'll be back after this on the CIU Sports Network. Under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. U-Pike in front of Columbia International in women's action, 70-20 on this Saturday afternoon. Pikeville shooting 55% on the game. They've sunk 14 three-point shots. A turnover from Watkins on the inbound, as Birchfield gets it across the timeline with a pass to Blythe. 3 ball from Birchfield. Pinball's out. Mejia Andrade, the rebound, put back, not enough. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by U-Pike. .90 seconds left in the third quarter. Leinbach, the jumper sneaks in. Mariah Leinbach now with 8. And Columbia International trails 70-22. 1:15 to play in the third. Underneath, Rachel Bush from the left side. A 50-point lead for the U-Pike Bears. Jab step from Watkins. Step back at the free throw line with 10 to shoot. Dishes over for Reimer. Too strong. Follow up. Rebound from Watkins. The layup skips out. Pikeville rebound and a foul. And it'll go against Monfils. That's her first. Team second. 34.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Free ball from Birchfield. Won't go. Loose rebound and a foul against Pikeville. And Jaidi Mia-Andrade, that's her first. Team's third. Shot clock turned off with 24.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A 72-22 Pikeville lead. Leinbach with 10 seconds, fouled on a jump shot. It'll go against Mejia Andrade. That's her second. With 9.2 left here in the third quarter. First free throw won't fall for Leinbach. He's got 8 points today and 3 rebounds. Second skips out. Final 5 seconds of the third quarter. Birchfield out of the corner. And that'll put a bow on the third. We head to the final 10 minutes. 72-22. U-Pike leads Columbia International. We'll be back for the Moore Fitness Center. More Rams basketball on the CIU Sports Network. We make our way to the fourth quarter, 72-22. Pikeville in front of Columbia International in women's basketball action. For the Pikeville Kentucky Bears, they've scored at least 22 points in each quarter here today. 27 in the first, 23 in the second, then moments ago 22 in the third. The Bears, though, running in fresh faces onto the floor. 5 players who are all getting their first game action to start here in the fourth. An early travel, though, from Adby Atkins, a junior out of Sandy Hook, Kentucky. On the floor, it's Atkins, Parker, Robbins, Brooklyn Frazier, and Willa Davis. Kanaya Watkins into the lane, kick over for Monfields, and the layup falls for Brooke Monfields. Her first points of her collegiate career, with 9:22 left here in the fourth. Atkins to Davis at the free throw line. She's whistled for a travel, trying to break through two defenders. Nine minutes left. Columbia International trailing 72-24. Pump fake drive from Reimer. Floater banks in for Bethany Reimer. 5 points and 4 rebounds for the China Grove, North Carolina sophomore. Davis underneath for Sheridan Robbins, fouled underneath. It's Reimer's first, Columbia International's first. Hatcher in for Taylor and Columbia International. 8:31 left here in the fourth. Sheridan Robbins stepping to the free throw line. 0 for 1 this season from the stripe. First one up and good. A junior out of Orleans, Indiana. Small town right next to French Lick, Indiana. One of your favorite town names, and also the hometown of NBA Hall of Famer Larry Bird. 8:31 left here in the fourth. Monfields exits with Slaughter back in. Robbins now 2 points on those two free throws. 74-26. Pikeville in front of Columbia International. Shot from Leinbach, too strong. Robbins the rebound. Atkins to the paint. Floater bounces off. Robbins a second rebound. Put back too much. She'll draw contact. Foul goes against Slaughter. That's her first. Team second. First free throw on this trip off the mark for Robbins. Her 11th game this season for Pikeville. 16th overall for the team. Second falls, and it is an 8-minute left action. 74-27 our score. Make that 75-26, excuse me. .740 left here in the fourth. Jumper too strong from Frazier. Robbins, pump fake, put back, and a swish. .77-28. Pikeville in front. Leinbach underneath, got the layup on the previous possession. Jumper there, won't go. Parker to the top of the key. Over for Atkins along the wing. 7 to shoot for Pikeville. Pump fake drive. Layup left short. Leinbach the rebound. Watkins, meanwhile, can connect. 6.5 left 77-28 Pikeville lead. Parker with 8 to shoot. Up top, Robbins. Three-pointer not on target. 6 minutes to play here this afternoon. Be sure to stick around as well. We've got men's action between these two teams coming up at 4 p.m. Eastern. The top two teams in the AAC standings. Layup too strong from Brooklyn Frazier with 5:40 left here in the fourth. Three ball from Hatcher, too strong. Put back from Leinbach, not there. 77-28. Pikeville still leading. Turnover on the other end from Frazier. Her pass looking for Atkins. Took an extra bounce. Taylor back in for Leinbach, who will head to the sidelines with 10 points and 4 rebounds today. Make it the 12th game of the season in double figures from Mariah Leinbach, each and every one this year. Virginia Shorts also into the mix for Kanaya Watkins. Clock rolls up on 5 minutes left. 77-28. Virginia Shorts from 3. She gets it to go. Virginia Shorts with her first points this afternoon. 77-31, Pikeville. Willa Davis on the other end for U-Pike. On the mid-range, Jay. Pikeville ahead will turn their attention back at home coming up on January 10th. That's Wednesday night to take on Union. The timeout is taken by Columbia International with Bowers. Make that Shorts battled away for the jump ball. 4:35 left here in the fourth. Timeout, CIU will take it with them on the CIU Sports Network. Left here in the fourth quarter, 79-31, U-Pike in front of Columbia International. They'll adjust the shot clock down from 27 to 20 following the timeout. Shorts at the free throw line, back out for Reimer. On a drive, she's fouled, gets the bucket and one. A chance at a three-point play for Bethany Reimer. Davis, the guilty party, her first personal. The first team foul for Pikeville. Reimer at the line for one. She's 21 of 23 this season. And it's up and good. Bethany Reimer now 9 points. And Columbia International trails 79-34. 4:19 left in the fourth. Three ball from Atkins. Left short. Davis the rebound. And put back. She's fouled. It'll go against Slaughter. Her second. Brooke Monfield's into the game for Slaughter with 4:13 left. Davis' first free throw too strong. Her first attempts of the season for the sophomore center out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Second too strong. An offensive rebound for Atkins. Into the corner, Robbins for three. Too much. Shorts the rebound. 4 minutes left in the fourth. Looking for Monfils. It's taken away by Davis. U-Pike the other way. Brooklyn Frazier into traffic. Out for Atkins. Baseline jumper rattles its way through. Abby Atkins, her first points here today. Her 14th and 15th of the season. Three ball from Taylor. Rebound, U-Pike. 3:15 left here in the fourth. A steal from Hatcher. 2-on-1, CIU with numbers. Hatcher the jumper. Won't go. Follow up from Deja Taylor. Deflected away. Loose and a kickball whistled against CIU. Reinbach back in for Reimer. 3 minutes left here in the fourth. Pikeville back at home on Wednesday to take on Union. And then a road trip, highly anticipated matchup at Milligan. And then a really tough home contest with Reinhardt, the only team that averages more points per game than Pikeville. The Bears right at 80 points a game. Now with 84 here today, Reinhardt averages 83 a contest, about 4 more. .225 left in the fourth quarter. A 50-point lead for U-Pike. Three ball from Taylor, too strong. Columbia International will turn their attention to a 2-game road swing. They'll take a trip down to Georgia and then North Carolina to take on Brenau and Montreat on Wednesday, and then next Saturday, a week from today, at Montreat. The Rams back at home January 16th to take on St. Andrews. Pump fake drive waved off on a travel from Robbins with 1:51 to play. 84-34, U-Pike leading. Pikeville today with Allie Stone, a team-high 18 points, a bulk of which was in the first half. She shot 7 of 11 from the floor, right on target with her season average, tied for an AAC best, 19.6 points per game. Stone with 18 today. Shorts won't get a shot off to beat the clock. A turnover. 1:21 left. 84-34 U-Pike. Meanwhile, for Columbia International, Mariah Leinbach, a team-high 10 this afternoon as she continues a strong season she's having, scoring double figures in every game here in the 2023-2024 campaign. Three ball up and in from Brooklyn Frazier. Frazier's got 5. And that leaves 60 seconds left here in the ball game. Leinbach to the basket. Layup too strong. Three ball once again from Frazier. Back to back for Brooklyn Frazier from downtown. .40 seconds left here in the fourth. A 90-34 U-Pike lead. Shot clock at 15 for CIU. An illegal screen whistle. It will go against Monfils. 25 seconds remaining, as Pikeville has one of their best games of the season. Their second most points on the year, put 96 on Reinhardt back in mid-November, and then 93 at Montreat in early December. Behind 17 made three-point shots, Pikeville will walk away with a 90-34 win over Columbia International in the first ever meeting between the AAC's newest member and the Rams. Your final score one final time. Pikeville 90, CIU 34. That'll wrap up women's coverage this afternoon. Be back with you at 4 p.m. for men's basketball action with the top two teams in the men's basketball AAC standings. It'll be Pikeville, Columbia International, and men's basketball action coming up on the CIU Sports Network. Until then, I'm Cade Crenshall saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as always, remember to smile.